cool, you can sell that seed.
Okay, we're going to try this again, guys. I got to look at something real quick. Sorry about that. Want to make sure we're streaming well. Let me go back.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with him till I be.
Everything seems to be good. Okay. Sorry for the hiccup, guys. I'm on Madden 2021, and I am practicing formations. I haven't started a season, or I'm trying to start a franchise, actually. And I'm a big Bengals fan, so I picked the Bengals. My Bengals kicked some butt last night. Hope 2 is okay. He got hurt pretty bad last night. I got her figured out. I think my VPN may be the problem. Oh, trying to figure out the jukes too. Let's practice some running plays. Go back. Change the concept.
Ain't nothing worse than losing your hero and can't say bye. And we never know just when it's our time and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look, can't go toast. Give them a rose while they still alive.
Try this.
I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a blessed with no.
Okay, I can change the direction. That's kind of cool.
I'm making a flip. My life is a flip. Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Let's respot the ball. You know what? Let's just get to a preseason game. How's that? Let's do that. Hang tight. Exit out of practice. Let's do that.
She-Rag got me.
Oh, where's DK? OG, I need you, babe. First preseason game.
Sometimes you need a friend,
KC
not the ones that just show up
in the house.
You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you
Okay.
win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them
Play
in.
it.
And then, sometimes you need a foe. One to
Let's
keep
just
your
do a
eyes
20
open,
minute
keep you on your
deal
toes.
here.
You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need to fake.
Tyreek, you looked good last night. Playing for Miami.
Tonight,
we're in KC2.
From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Travis Kelce, man, best tight end in the league. He's amazing.
We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Joe Burrow.
This program's a couple years old.
Bengals.
Graphics are pretty good, though.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And we drop you in here under the lights, first drive of the contest. Carry here for Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
What is it? Let's go wide. I can't see. I'm going to have to move this way so I can see.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Charles, a look there at the Bengals draft class for 2020. You know, a lot of names on it, but let's be real. Ultimately, it's going to be the performance of Joe Burrow that determines the success or failure of this group.
Well, when you do select the quarterback at number 1, and he's a quarterback coming off of maybe the greatest college season in history, yeah, he is going to make or break your draft. But I do think they got some really good players in the draft as well. In T. Higgins, a wide receiver out of Clemson, and Logan Wilson, a linebacker out of Wyoming. They will help make their draft class solid as well.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Run.
No gain on the play into the 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them.
Time to take you back into the ball game. It's a red zone alert as this defense faces a 1st and 10 in the final minute of the opening quarter. On 1st down, Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Those are the touchdowns. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
These two teams all tied after one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. A first throw for Henney, the veteran backup. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He won't go down. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati
I thought that was a pass
score.
play.
Touchdown.
Giovanni Bernard.
I can't believe I made it
83 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Henning. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
57, Mike, 57.
Now Henning. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
47-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Chiefs 10.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Finley. He's going to let one fly for Tate. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Auden Tate, 75 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They go play action. Finley. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
And makes the score Bengals 21, Chiefs 10.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Henny, that is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
All right, preseason.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that
KC
was.
losers.
Probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Beast.
Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first
Hey, Frank,
possession
what's up, man?
of this second
Thanks for
half.
watching.
On 1st down, Bernard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Finley. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the draw, here's Bernard. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Ball carrier.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Bernard, 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Finley's going to try to sneak it. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Ryan Finley taking it in. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
This is nowhere close.
I have to practice my
well
kicking.
To the right and no
After
good.
this game, I'm going back to training, and I'm going to be practicing my kicking.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Certainly not what they wanted there. So the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. This is taken at the 18. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Finley on play action. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Drew Sample, 66 yards.
Yeah, Joel, it is definitely realistic.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
I'm a big football
was,
fan, and I'm
because when he
a
made
really
that
big
catch,
Bengals fan.
He had to shake
So,
through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
I'm pulling to the right.
Can
I don't
you
know what's
believe
going
it? He
on.
misses another one, his third so far. We're back now
I've
in
missed
KC.
3 extra points.
For the
And
fourth
I
quarter,
can't
we'll
kick
begin with a
off
kickoff following the
inbounds.
score on the final play of the third quarter.
I've got to practice my kicking. This is a preseason game. I started a franchise, so I'm hopefully going to start streaming some of this. So.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Surprising. I knew it was going to happen because I don't know how to
And
kick
out of bounds
yet.
there on the kick.
Automatic first down.
We're going to go.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Penny firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
This is Madden 2021.
Just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
The 16-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll try to throw now. Finley. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate ready for the regular
defense
season
isn't
with
very
his
good.
second touchdown of the game. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. So another score there.
Yeah,
Often
man, you know,
talk
the
about the three
Dolphins,
phases of the game. Defense, offense, special
back in the
teams.
day,
It's been a
they
clean
were-
sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly
Dan
has.
Marino
They've been
and
pretty
Bob
dominant throughout
Greasy.
this game.
Oh, man.
And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership
Let me go
that
back
as he
here.
tries to
Hold on a
negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
They'll try and run with Bernard. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury.
I was
He's
sad to
into the
see
end
Tua
zone
go
to
down
tack
like
on
that,
2
man.
more.
He got hit
kick the
hard.
extra point there
And
than
I
to
don't
go
know if
for
you
2,
noticed,
but it almost
but
feels like there's a
while he was
story
on the
within
ground,
story
he
here.
had
I mean,
his
this isn't
hands up,
college. You know, size and
and
victory,
they
that
were like
matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is
all
win by
contorted and
1
everything.
point. That's all that you need.
I think he
Instead,
had a seizure.
They go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Oh, I figured it out.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
KC's offense.
The Bengals
ready
have
to
never
take
won a
over.
Super Bowl,
And this
so
showing really not a
they've
good
been
one
to
on
3.
either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Henne got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do this.
This is my first
So the
preseason
Chiefs in
game, so
possession of
I'm
the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. Past the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
I think I just spiked the ball. I figured that out. I saw
Defensively,
that
they had their
on
way
in
in
one of
this
the
one. That
practice
pick
things.
6
If you
makes that
click
scoreboard
the
even
right
more
trigger,
lopsided.
you
I remember
spike the
talking
ball.
with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick
See if
or
I
two.
can do
You like being out there at the end of these
extra
wide
point
margins.
this
When
time.
they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
There we go.
And this part of the game
Yes.
has been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams.
Keep the clock rolling, that's right.
7 yards on the
Tackling
play,
inbounds.
and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out
the
there.
Maddens on like Super Nintendo, they were horrible. The controls were horrible.
For hanging in there and trying to make something
graphics
happen.
were horrible.
Despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now. And
normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about.
There we go.
As a defender, 4 quarters worth
First
of trying to bring people
preseason,
down.
first
4
game.
quarters worth of pounding.
Blowout
in
in KC.
Here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that
will
tackle
love
at
this
this
when
stage
he
of the
sees
game.
this.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the
He's
amount
a
of
big
points that they
KC
did.
fan.
Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Yeah, the graphics
They put
are
up
really
that number
good.
of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
190 yards
they
rushing
think they
to
can
9.
bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's
pretty
all going to
cool.
work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis,
Well, guys,
and the best
thanks
darn
for
crew
watching.
in the industry.
Thanks for
I'm
being on
Brandon
here,
Gault.
Joel.
This has been a
I'll
presentation
see you around. And
of the NFL on EA
I'll be streaming some more football at some
With
point.
that, we
It's football
say good
season. I
night
love football.
from
So
Kansas City.
I've got the ability to do it now. So have a good one. Take care.